Hello viewers, myself Dr. Abhishek Sharma from CSIR National Physical Laboratory. I am here to discuss the topic filing rules in libraries, under which I will cover classified catalog code filing rules. Friends, let us think, do we really need such filing rules? Let's have a thought on it. Filing rules are required when we have to maintain a consistency. There are many situations we came across in our day-to-day life. It is very simple when we say we have to arrange something such as alphabets. We know that A comes before B, B comes before C. Similarly, if there is a numerical situations, or we can say numerical numbers, then we can easily say that 1 comes before 2 and 2 comes before 3. But the problem arises when we came across the situations where we have to deal with alphanumeric numbers situations, or where we have to deal with, we can say that, signs and symbols. In such case, filing rules are required. Now moving to the discussion. Whenever a user enters into a library, he is totally confused. He is not aware where he will find the document of his her interest, whether in the left direction or in the right direction. He is totally confused. To help the user in such situations, libraries prepare various tools and serve the user with various services. Library catalog card came under this category. As stated by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, library catalog card helped the users to locate the document of which author is known, of which subject is known, of which title is known. Library catalog card also help the users to know what a library has by a given author on a given subject and in a given kind of literature. Library catalog cards also help the users in making choice of a document as to its edition, as to its character, whether it is a fiction, drama or something else. Further, Vishwanathan says that merely creating catalog cards will not produce the results. We have to file them in an order so that they can be utilized not only to save the time but also the effort of the user as well as of the staff, and further to help for making further references if required. Now coming to the definition of filing. The definition of filing says that it is any systematic arrangement in a convenient order for storage or reference. Friends, if any library is practicing such practice, then congratulations. If not, then please don't lose heart. I am again saying please don't lose heart, as practicing such an arrangement will definitely help you out in bringing order among the things. In addition to this, it will also help in preservation and ready use of things, and further helps to save the time of the users as well as of the staff. Now coming to the characteristic of good filing system. To understand what are the various characteristics of a good filing system adopted in various library or in various situations, let us take an example of the concept given by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, father of librarianship in India. According to Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, library is a trinity of reader, book and staff. A good filing system will help the user by exposing the document about which the user may not be aware till the time of search. From collection perspective, it brings related entries, or we can say that related subjects together, so that if a user came to a library and he is interested in a document of physics, for example, he will not only, when he comes to the stack having the collection of physics, then he came across also the other collection which are interrelated with physics. Let's say, for example, application of physics in chemistry, application of physics in measurement. He can find various documents which are related to his area of interest. Further, from staff perspective, it will not only help the staff in saving their time but also helping them in easy handling of the catalog cards. Then coming to the type of catalog entries. Generally there are two types of catalog entries. We have simply categorized them in word entries and classified entries. How we can say that it is a classified entry or it is a word entry? It is simple. we have to focus on the leading part. If the leading section comprises of a title or an author, then definitely it comes under the word entry, whereas if it comprises of a call number that represent the subject of a document, then it's definitely came under what we say classified part. If we deals with the arrangement of word entries, then this type of arrangement is known as alphabetization arrangement. And if we talk about the arrangement of number entries, then we have to simply say that we are talking about classified arrangement. Time to time there appears various type of filing systems. Some are deals with particularly with the dictionary catalog cards, whereas some deals with alphanumeric entries. But in this section we deals with classified catalog code filing rules, whose first edition appears in the year 1934. There are lot many filing rules in addition to that, such as ALA filing rules, whose first edition appear in the year 1942, which deals particularly with dictionary catalog card. There is another filing rules available with Library of Congress cataloging rules, whose edition came out in the year first edition came out in the year 1980. There are lot many filing rules are available to arrange the catalog entries. But in the present discussion, we will focus only on the filing rules covered in classified catalog code. Dr. S.R. Ranganathan have contributed a lot to the library profit. His contribution is not only limited to the cataloging, but also to various other disciplines such as classification and other divisions. Classified catalog code is one of his esteemed contribution. In classified catalog code, there are two chapters. Chapter EG, which deals with the entries of classified part. Then chapter EH deals with the arrangement in alphabetical part. Under the number entries, main entry and cross-reference entries come under this category, whereas class index entries, book index entries and cross-reference index entries come under the word entries. Now coming to the classified part first, which comprises of, as we have already discussed it, comprises of a call number, which further consists of two components. One is a class number that denotes the subject of a document. Further, in addition to this, there is a book number which helps us to arrange our document within a given subject area. Let's say, for example, if we take 2:51N3, which denotes colon classification, is a class number, whereas if we take QN60, which denotes the code for 1960, it's simply a book number which help us to arrange our document within a library science subject area. That is colon classification. We are presently discussing that. Now friends, to understand the various filing rules covered under the classified part in classified catalog code, let us try to understand this with the help of this situation. As we all know that in our hand we have fingers of different sizes. Similarly, there are different situations on the basis of which rules, filing rules covered under classified catalog code can be taken as. We have to understand various situation. Let us imagine we have two entries only, on the basis of which we can discuss it. In the first situation, if there are two entries where class number and book number are different, this is the first situation. In the second situation, we have entries which have same class number but different book number, which is different from the first case where we have different class number and different book number, but in this book number is different but class number is same. Here the rules will be different. Then in third situation, we have entries where class number and book numbers are same. This situation is entirely different from the previous two situations. In the fourth situation, we have entries where book number in one of the entry is missing, whereas the class number is same. Now fifth situation is when we have same class number but book number in the leading section is missing. This is entirely different from the previous fourth situation where we have at least one book number, but here we have no book number. What we have to think about it to help us in these situations, classified catalog code filing rules help us to make the decisions so that we can arrange the entries in a manner that will help the staff as well as the users in getting the documents whenever they are required. Totally confused? Don't bother about it. Let us try to understand it, all the situations separately with the help of some examples. In the first situation, we have entries with different class number and different book number. The rule says that we have to focus here on the class number. As we have already discussed, the class number comprises of alphanumeric part. Therefore, the rule says we have to focus on the leading section and the ordinal arrangement would depend upon the classification scheme used. That is, classification scheme used. As here we are discussing the classified catalog code, which is a contribution of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan ji. As in this situation, the rule says that the ordinal value depends upon the classification scheme used. So here we will take another example of contribution of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan ji, which is colon classification. According to the rule listed in colon classification, the rule says that we have to focus on the number followed by Roman small. That is, number having Roman small shall have precedence over the original number. This is the first suggestion under which deals with this situation where the entries have different class number and different book number. Let's say, for example, B63A has precedence over B63. Why is it so? Because rule says that we have to focus on that if a number has a Roman small, it has precedence over the original number. That is here B63, which denotes a geometry stream. Therefore, B63A has precedence over B60. Another rule which deals with connecting symbol. Here also a sequence is suggested for connecting symbols used to connect the class numbers in the ascending sequence. Ascending sequence means we are moving from smallest to largest. In this rule, connecting symbols such as 0, dot, colon, semicolon, comma, hyphen are arranged in an alphabet, we can say that in an ascending sequence. Example, if we take an example of library sciences, then 213 colon 7 has precedence over 2 semicolon 47. Why we have arranged, or why we say 213 colon 7 have precedence over 2 semicolon 47a? Because we here focus on the sequence provided under the rule 0 to 52 for connecting symbols. Now moving to the next situation where the entries have same class number but book number in some entries are missing. If this is the situation, then what will be the rule for that? The rule says that we have to focus on the book number and have to arrange those without them in a manner such that the entry with book number have precedence over those entries which does not have book number. Let's take an example. We have two entries here. Then if in a leading section we have a call number which comprises of a class number and book number, then the one which have book number have precedence over that which does not have book number. Now in the next situation, we have entries where class number is same but book number are entirely different. Here we have to focus on book number. That is, we have to arrange the entries by book number. The rule says that for book number, we have to focus in the sequence. That is, Roman capitals should be preferred before Roman small, then punctuations mark and Indo-Arabic numeral. To understand this, let's take an example. If we have N67, which denotes publication published in 1967 AD, and another is example N67.2, which denotes a publication published in 1967 but is a volume 2 edition, then N67 has precedence over N67.2. Here comes the next situation. When we have entries where call number, where class number and book number are same, then we have to deal the situation by considering it as a continued entries. What we exactly mean by continued entry? If a publication appears in 1968 and its second edition appears in 1957, then what is the usual tendency to arrange such type of publication? For 1968 publication, we arrange it under K8, and for publication which appear in 1975, we arrange it under L5. But if we follow such practice, then we can say that we are arranging the different edition of same document far apart from each other. Is it right? But Dr. S.R. Ranganathan says that we have to place such documents or addition of same document together. For this, he suggested it will be better if we arrange first edition under K8 and the second edition if we provide it as a K8 semicolon L5. This will bring different edition of same document together. Then the next situation here, which is entirely different from the previous ones, that is book number is totally missing from the leading section. Here we have to think about what we have to do in such case. The rule says here we have to focus in the third section. What is third section? That is, one is subject entry and the other is cross reference entries. We are referring a user, or we can say that we are connecting a reader about the component part of a document which might be of interest to the reader. The rule says that here we have to focus on the third section. That is, the number which has book number should have precedence over that where book number is missing. Then coming to the next part, which is alphabetical part. For alphabetization, we know that there are two types of arrangement. One is letter by letter arrangement, or we call it as a dictionary arrangement, whereas another category is word by word arrangement, or we can say that nothing before something. In the first case, that is letter by letter arrangement, our focus is on character by character arrangement, whereas in word by word, our focus is to bring all the entries beginning with the same words together. To understand this, let us take an example. Here there are many entries, but to understand simply, we can focus on first three entries. We take New, Newark and New Delhi. If we arrange this in this manner, then it will be letter by letter arrangement, where if we have New Delhi and Newark, then it is word by word arrangement. Why is it so? Because New and New Delhi came together. Here the focus is on word, so it is a word by word entry arrangement. For alphabetization part, the rule filed under classified catalog code suggests that we have to follow letter by letter arrangement. Then for German words, where any English word is written in some modified form, as highlighted in the second entry, which is U is highlighted in red color, we can see that if we follow, common man have to set to a file entry in such a manner, then he is totally confused. He does not know, he is not aware where this type of entry will come. To help the users or the staff in making decision where to file such type of entries, the rule suggests that they need to be arranged as if they are spelled. That is, we have to spell this as U only and arrange the entries by letter arrangement. Then the rule for a Scottish name, such as when we have to deal with entries where we have names such as MAC, MC, the entry says that we have to arrange such type of entries by their makeup. That is, MAC should be treated as MAC, MC should be treated as MC. Likewise, the entries need to be arranged letter by letter sequence. Then there is the rules also suggest ordinal value that need to be kept in mind while arranging the entries in alphabetical part. The first focus should be on the section space, then full stop, then comma, numerical and natural sequence, bracket, and likewise there is a sequence for such kind of, we can say that, notations. To understand this in better way, let us take an example here. In the entry listed at serial number first and second, we take into consideration the section space, whereas in the entries listed at serial number 3, we take into consideration the comma. Here we take into consideration numerals in their natural sequence, that is Cambridge 2 come after Cambridge 1. Here we take into consideration bracket, here the italics or underline, and in 8 and 9 we have taken into consideration the word end. That is, on the basis of sequence suggested in the previous slide, we have arranged the entry. Thus, we can say that classified catalog code that described filing rules both for classified and word entries. In classified arrangement, some ordinal value which is allotted to the digit based on the classification scheme used, whereas for alphabetical part, the rules are discussed very briefly. For this, we can say that another filing rules such as ALA filing rules that deals with dictionary catalog codes, deals alphabetical part in great detail, where an entry for a contributor where he is the author, where he might be a subject, where he might be a title. Such type of cases are discussed in detail, but in CC classified catalog code filing rules, such descriptions are missing.